Today I'm going to show you how to replace the strut or strut mounts on a Toyota Camry. Now, if you pay close attention to the spring over here, when I turn the steering wheel to the right, you can see that the bearing is actually binding. And this car actually has MacPherson style strut suspension. That means that the entire strut here rotates with the steering knuckle and that there's a bearing up at the top there. Now my problem is that that bearing is probably seizing, causing my clunking and alignment issues. Now down at the bottom here we've got these two big bolts that hold the strut to the knuckle. We've also got some ABS and brake lines I need to remove, as well as the bolt for the stabilizer linkage. I'm going to use a little bit of PV Blaster here so that I can take some of the rust off of these bolts. So next I'm going to remove the stabilizer linkage. I've got a wrench holding the ball stud here. I'm going to rip it off. And now I can remove the stabilizer linkage from the strut itself. Now I'm going to unclip this ABS sensor. So I'm actually going to play it free and remove this ABS sensor from the knuckle because I don't want it to get damaged when I move the knuckle away from the strut. And the sensor should just pop right out of the knuckle and I can move it out of the way. Next I'm going to remove this 12mm bolt that holds the brake hose on. Hopefully it doesn't snap. So now I'm going to come in with my brand new electric impact gun and take off these 22mm strut bolts. Now I'm going to remove these two bolts holding the knuckle on. Now up under the hood here we have these three 14mm nuts that join the strut mount to the body. I'm going to remove those next. Okay, now you're going to notice that the strut has dropped down. I'm just going to push up on the strut here and release that 14mm bolt from the top. And once it's been released I can pull the strut down and then out of the wheel well. So this is the strut assembly removed from the vehicle. As you can see, it looks like it's been replaced before by a KYB aftermarket strut. At the top here we have the strut mount, and this is the quirks of the problem. We have a bearing inside of here that's supposed to allow the spring and strut to rotate, and I can't even move it with my hand, so this bearing's all bind up. So we're going to have to change this mount and this bearing. This here is the mount that I'm going to be using. It's from Mevotech. As you can see, the mount looks just like a Wii. We've got a bushing on the inside there. It comes with these new nuts, and it also comes with this bearing that I'm going to be replacing. Now I'm going to be using these manual spring compressors to compress the spring and remove the mount so I can replace it, because this is under some pre-tension. Alright kids, now safety first. These spring compressors are very dangerous. If you're a man, I recommend you use a cup. Now you want to always make sure that you point the strut away from you, so in case it goes flying this way and not in between your legs. Now I'm going to lubricate some of the threads just to make things a little bit easier. I've got the spring compressors positioned at about 180 degrees. These ones have these nice safety pins so that if it slips, it'll actually slip around the spiral and not away. So I'm just going to use a 19mm socket and tighten each side progressively a few turns. Everything's nice and loose. The spring is unseated from both ends. Now I'm going to release the 19mm bolt that holds the strut to the strut mount here. And then once that's off, I can remove the strut mount. And now I can remove the strut itself. Now this here is the bare strut. It's from KYB. It's an XLG model. And when I push down on it, you can see that it rebounds pretty nicely. So I'm going to be reusing this strut. If it hadn't rebounded this quickly, then I know the strut would have been blown. Now this is the old strut mount versus the new strut mount. You can see there's a big difference here. This one's just all dry and worn out. It's got a hole in it. All the bearings are everywhere. There's no grease in it. It's really worn out and seized. This one here is the new strut mount with the bearing. You can see that this bearing moves nice and smoothly. Everything's nice and firm. So I'm going to be replacing this as a unit. Now you can see that that worn bearing actually wore off some of the spring seat on the top here. So now I'm going to be assembling the strut again. I'm going to take the spring and install it onto the spring seat at the bottom here. And make sure it lines up with the spring seat here. And now I can take the brand new strut mount with the bearing on it. I can place the bearing on there. Make sure that the dust boot ring is sitting on the downward position. Install that in there. And then install the strut mount itself. Make sure that fits on there. And then I can thread on this nut over here. Now I'm going to be tightening this nut very lightly. And there you go, you can unlock the spring compressors and remove the spring compressors. Now I'm going to take the strut assembly, making sure that I align the proper holes from where they came from, because this thing is on an angle. And I'm going to lift it up and install it into the wheel well. Then I'm going to reach up at the top here and catch one of these bolts. And now I'm going to replace the other two bolts. I'm just going to thread them on loosely for now. We're going to torque them again when it's down on the ground on its own weight. Alright, so now with the strut in place at the top, I'm going to push the knuckle in at the bottom here. I need to jack it up a bit as well. We've got a little scissor jack underneath the rotor here just to lift it up into the knuckle a little bit easier. Now I'm just going to catch this bottom bolt through the knuckle here. Now I'm going to add a little bit of anti-seize to these threads here so that it's not so difficult to get off like it was last time. I'm also going to add some anti-seize to the stabilizer linkage because these are notorious for getting stuck. Alright, now I'm going to install the stabilizer linkage into the strut here and then install the 19mm nut. I'm just going to tighten that down. Now I'm going to install the two 22mm nuts that hold the strut to the knuckle, and I'm going to tighten this down. Now I'm going to replace the ABS sensor and its 10mm bolt into the knuckle. Now I'm going to lower the vehicle. Now with the vehicle resting on its own weight, I'm going to tighten up these three 14mm nuts. Finally, we're going to take the vehicle for a test drive, and as I turn the wheel, listen for any binding or any suspension clunks. And in this case, it seems like the problem has been corrected.